Welcome back to the Retirement Groove. Today, you know what I want to talk about today? I want to talk about finances. I want to talk about debt before retirement and as you approach retirement. Back a long time ago, probably in the 80s, when I first got married and we had children, we got inundated with credit card applications in the mail, and of course we partook in some of those. We had the JCPenney card, we had the Sears card, we had the MasterCard. I even had American Express card. It wasn't a gold card, it was just a green card. I didn't make enough money to get the gold card. But yeah, so when we run a little low on funds for everyday life, we would use them credit cards, and after a while they racked up quite a hefty debt. A debt we had about, I don't know, we had a big consumer debt, probably about $25,000. Back in the 80s, that was a significant amount of money. It might not be nothing nowadays. Anyways, yeah, so we just had a lot of debt, and it took us a lot of years to get rid of that debt. Of course, we bought cars on credit, you know, just anything you wanted, really. And I don't know, it's probably about, I was probably about 46 or so years old before we smartened up, and we decided we was going to get rid of all that debt. And it was hard. It was really hard to get rid of that debt. And I guess what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to speak to some of the young people that might be listening to this. Don't let yourself get caught up in that debt circle. It's rough, okay? It really is. It's really rough. You know, you just can't seem to get your head above water sometimes, or you think you can't anyways. It's not the end of the world. You can take care of your problems. That's not a problem at all. You can take care of it. But yeah, as you get close to retirement, you start thinking about things, about debt. And probably about, I'm going to retire this year. My wife's already retired. I'm going to retire at 67 in 2 months. But about 3 years ago, we got to thinking about this. And we decided while we were both still working and we both could still afford to do this, that we were going to upgrade our vehicles and get what we called our retirement vehicles, okay? And my wife, she got herself a Honda CR-V, and I bought me a Nissan Frontier pickup truck, and they were going to be our retirement vehicles. We put a large sum of money down on them, okay? And we only financed them for 3 years. Now, back in the 70s, that was normal. Financing a vehicle for 3 years, that was a normal thing. Nobody financed them for 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Nowadays, I don't know how long you can finance one for, probably 10 years, who knows. Anyways, we decided we was going to do that with our vehicles, and so we had them paid off by the time we retired. Now, last month was June of 2024, and we paid off my wife's car. Finally paid it off. My pickup truck, we waited a little bit longer before we bought my pickup truck. Anyways, my pickup truck will be paid off about 10 months after I retire, if we keep making the payments on there, which are minimal payments, really. They're nothing like you think, okay? My pickup truck payment, my brand new 2023 Frontier, pickup truck payment is it runs me how much is it? $450 a month for 3 years. Okay. You know, some of the other things to think about, you know, is to make sure you have no consumer debt going into retirement. Okay. But another thing is paying off your home, if you can do that. Now, our mortgage is not a whole lot of money, and we couldn't afford to live anywhere else. Okay, our home is nearly paid for, and in about I don't know, about 2 more years from now, it'll be paid for. So again, about a year after I retire, the truck and the house will be paid for. So I don't have any kind of retirement budget yet. I haven't worked on that. I do know I've watched a few channels. I watched that one channel, Steve's Retirement Corner, I think it is. And I give a shout out to him. I'll put a link to his channel down in the description of mine. I kind of like watching Steve. He sits on his back porch and does videos. He's kind of interesting fellow to listen to. He retired a lot younger than me. But as far as a budget goes, I haven't really sat down and tried to figure that out yet. With me still working my job, my wife and I don't really have a budget right now. As far as our spending goes, with her retiring, we haven't really changed a whole lot. Maybe a little bit, but not a whole lot, okay? So with her retirement, it wasn't no big deal with it. But when I retire, I'm gonna lose half of my salary. And I'll gain half of my salary, I guess, with Social Security and what I plan on taking out of distribution of my 401k. But I guess I need to sit down and do some kind of budget pretty soon and figure out where we're going to be. So all I really wanted to do was kind of do this little video about finances, and I really wanted to stress to to people who are thinking about their future and when they get to be a senior citizen, don't do that consumer debt stuff. You don't need that stuff, okay? It's all material items that you just don't need, all right? You know, I've got another friend of mine who talks about minimalism, getting rid of declutter, you know, in your life. And I think I'll put a link to his video down there too, where he talks about getting rid of 35 years of declutter. And go look him up. You know, you don't need that stuff. I've got that clutter, okay? I've got it. It's in my house. And you know, being married, I want to do something about it, okay? I want to get rid of it, but you have to deal with your spouse too. And I don't know, I can't get my spouse to go through those things and let's get rid of some stuff that's in the house. I've already carried some stuff out of there, out of my basement, which is pretty much my domain. I've taken probably about 3 or 4 pickup loads to the dump that was down there, and I made a little bit of a dent in it, but not much. So going out and buying things and buying it on credit, it's just not the way to do it, okay? I've been much, much happier since we got rid of our consumer debt and we've gone to a cash pay-as-you-go type of situation. So, you know, I don't have a whole lot more to say about all that, but I just wanted to get on here and kind of talk about it a little bit. Y'all have a nice day now. Bye-bye.